finally, you're now at the very end. So you are learning the full snatch now, going into the last movement of this sequence. Obviously, there is a million more variations that you could do, but I find this 10-step process helps a beginner or someone who has very little experience with the snatch learn to go through and complete the full snatch. Now with this movement, with the full snatch, it's not like you have to think about it more. I would say in some ways I think about it less. With some of those accessory movements we did at the start, so the 3-position pull, in a lot of ways I'll think about that more because I have very specific things I need to try to feel. With a full snatch, I need to try to relax, I need to try to think about less things so the movement doesn't get too clunky. I need it to flow. The reason why you do all those other movements at the start is so that the movement pattern becomes ingrained. You know, muscle memory, you know, we should feel like and understand that our body knows where to be now. Rather than having to consciously think about it, you've done all that, you've now gone to the part where you need to not think about it and just let it happen and flow with it. Same setup. Going to this movement, I'd say the main thing now is when you go to receive the bar, compared to your power snatch, you're going to flow straight into your overhead squat. In my setup position, create that tension, breathe, up, straight down, and then straight up. And again, breathe, up, and then standing up for me. Easy as that. From the side, getting set, eyes forward, chest up. Just feeling that flow, feeling that contact, breathe. And we're looking for that fluid movement for now, the full snatch. Not too much else to say. I'll go through some quick common mistakes after this part. If you want more content, if you need more help with these movements, please let me know. But hopefully you're in a really good spot and you've enjoyed this process so far. Now, finally, some common mistakes for our final stage or our final movement. I would say that with some common mistakes with the full snatch, it's people trying to now overthink it and overdo it. As I've said previously, you want to let it flow now. Trust in all your hard work and just believe that you can. So a lot of this now is around mindset. So the snatch and in the clean and jerk is a big confidence thing and a big mindset thing. So you have to believe you can do it, trust yourself, and trust that you can handle the weight. A lot of people will tell me, I'm worried I'm going to drop the bar on my head, I'm worried I'm going to fail, I'm worried I'm not going to be good at it, which is all normal. Okay, now just take a breath. No one cares. No one's going to judge you or make fun of you for just having a go, and you can always fail safely. I haven't shown you failing safely in a snatch in this course. I'll probably do that in future videos, but failing in these movements is all part of the learning process. I'd say some common mistakes with the full snatch is thinking you have to do it differently, thinking you have to go harder or faster than you usually would. Just go the same speed you would for your power snatch and flow into the movement. With this one, we can talk a little bit more about foot movement. So when I get set up for my full snatch, I'll be in like a slightly narrower stance, feet slightly turned out. So when I do the movement, my feet can move and I can get in that overhead squat position. So probably some mistakes here, which refers me back to the jumping video. We don't want to jump, so we don't want to do this when we lift. That's why I preface the jump in that we'll use it for a little bit, but we want to stay in contact with the ground for as long as we can. So ideal foot movement is up. I might come off the ground a tad, but then I'm straight back to the ground ready to receive that bar. I don't want to go up and out like that. So a mistake would be someone trying to do this, where we just more want to see a flow or a slight movement of the feet. We don't need a drastic stomping sensation. Other than that, don't have too much else to go over. Hopefully it's all making quite a lot of sense. I probably see that foot movement jumping sensation being an issue here. That's where I have to tell people, hey, I know I told you jump, but you're going too far that way now. I need to pull you back. So remember that word or that cue is only used in the start. After there, we don't really need to use it too much once you get the hang of it. Yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this course. I really appreciate you purchasing it and buying it and supporting me. If you have any further questions or other queries about weightlifting and training, just please reach out. Thank you.